Okay, in this video I want to talk a wee bit about the concept of the whole combative mindset. It's a concept that's bandied about in self-protection circles quite a lot. But to be honest, it's so vague as to be completely useless to people most of the time. You get these people saying, well, you need this combative mindset to get you through the situation or whatever, but no one ever says what exactly constitutes a combative mindset nor how to train it. Okay? The closest definition we tend to have to that is basically releasing the inner animal, as they say. Okay? So he's basically going fucking nuts on the guy in front of you, right? Which, if your back's against the wall, if you're under severe pressure, that sort of approach might be useful. Okay? But for most circumstances, I don't particularly deem it to be that useful. Okay? So that's why I wanted to make this video. That's also why I wrote the article on the website, combativemind.com. I wanted to explain what I term the professional mindset, okay, which is a wee bit more detached, a wee bit more measured, and a lot more useful, I think, for most of the situations that people want to find themselves in. Okay, the thing about sort of releasing the inner animal, just going fucking nuts on somebody, or all this forward pressure, and just it's very hard to control it, and it's so easy to overstep the mark and go too far with somebody. Okay, it also, if you're feeling stress, which you will be feeling in a sort of real application, it'll sort of magnify that stress. Okay, so any thoughts of being calm or under control are gone because you're running on emotion and raw aggression. Okay, that's in the driver's seat. You're not in the driver's seat. You're being led by that emotion, so it's therefore very hard to control. Okay, so I'm going to do a quick demonstration here on the pads. Okay, I'm going to get Tyrone to do just like a simple drill, a simple striking drill on the pads, and hopefully you'll be able to see the difference in his approach and the way the drill is actually done. Okay, so we're going to take a drill. We're going to do it from an engaged start. Okay, because I think the dynamic of going from engaged start is much better for this kind of thing. Okay, rather than just going from a standing start. We're going to go from an engaged start. Okay, so right, we'll do the drill first. He's going to do it first. He's going to sort of release the inner animal, as they say, on this particular drill, and then on the next one, he's going to do the professional mindset, as they say. Okay, so start off here. Right. Okay, right. That was him in full-on aggression, sort of doing the whole inner animal thing. Right. Now, to me, it was uncontrolled. It was frantic, and the techniques themselves weren't particularly effective. Right. From my point of view, holding the pads, and I think at one point he hit my arm there, they weren't particularly accurate, and they weren't particularly powerful. Right. You probably also noticed his movements were very short. Okay. That's because the whole stress compression thing is kicked in there. Okay. Because his stress was going through the roof there, because he's being led by emotion. Right. There was a degradation in his technique, so consequently all those moves shortened. Okay. And that's one of the downsides of that particular approach as well. Okay, so this time, he's going to take a slightly more detached approach, right? And he's going to be a lot more deliberate in his movements. Okay, and hopefully you'll be able to see a difference in the performance. All right, so we'll go again. It's actually the same drill. Okay, the only difference is in his mind, he's going from a different sort of mindset, from a different place. Okay, so again, moving in. So that was just a simple drill, okay? In no way is that supposed to reflect a real altercation. It's just a simple striking drill, okay? But hopefully you can see a difference there in his technique, okay? They were a lot more deliberate, from my point of view, holding the pads, they were a lot more powerful, and hopefully his movements were a lot more expansive as well, okay? Now, all that came from just a very simple shift in mindset, okay? So just with that wee bit more focus on what you're doing, okay? And just sort of hanging back a wee bit and not getting too frantic about things, or too desperate about things, and being in too much of a rush to hit the next target to the point where you're almost fucking falling over yourself to get at it, right? that's not really conducive to good performance. Okay, so it's almost, you almost have to treat it like a job, right? One of the things that I learned when I was bouncing, after the first few situations, once you get over the whole drama and emotion of it all, you've no choice but to think of it as a job, right? And once you start thinking of something as a job, well then you automatically become detached from it, right? And you sort of leave the emotion to one side and you move in and you do what you have to do, right? That is what I'm advocating that you do here, right? That you can still use the emotion, right? The aggression and all that emotion can still fuel the engines, but it's not going to sort of drive the machine, if you know what I mean, right? He's in control, but he's using that raw emotion to fuel what he's doing, but he's not letting it take over what he's doing, which a lot of people do when they're doing combatives and stuff, okay? Especially when it gets to leg drills and all that sort of thing. They just get out of control to the point where everything, technique, everything just degrades, right? Which is pointless, because the whole point of training is to get a sense of control, a sense of self-control. That's why you put in so many hours of practice, to get control and to make your techniques as efficient and as effective as possible, right? And you're not going to do that if you let yourself be carried away like that all the time, okay? And from a practical point of view, from a legal standpoint, when you're outside, if you're in any real situations, you getting carried away and fucking, you know, going over the top and jumping over people's heads and stuff, and then you'll have people fucking holding you back, trying to get at this guy again. That's not going to do you any good, right? You need to have that, as I said, that professional mindset where you're sort of cold aggression, cold efficiency, machine-like, optimum technique going forward, and then able to stop whenever you need to. Okay, so you do what you have to do, and then you fucking switch it off again, you back off. Okay, so I hope that came across there in this video, right? So to me, that was a better combative mindset, as cliche as all that shit is, combative mindset to have, the professional mindset, than the whole fucking tapping into the other animal and letting yourself go fucking ape shit on whoever's in front of you, right? So, you know, be more like the Terminator as opposed to some fucking wild animal. Okay?
Okay.